Today we were going to be teaching feminists about the word oppression. Oppression. Prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment or control. Feminists don't understand definitions. Is it cruel or unjust to keep someone safe from harm? Is it cruel or unjust to give someone benefits just simply for being a woman? Well, maybe for men. Is it cruel or unjust to sacrifice your own well-being for the benefit of women? Is being a protected class really oppression? Not really. You see, these are the things feminists complain about when they bring up the past. That isn't to say that women shouldn't have the choice to go to work or shouldn't have options equal to men, but to use this word, oppression, like women have it so bad in current society makes me think that feminists really don't understand what oppression really is when they use that word, especially if they don't bring up third world countries. To bring up some examples often brought up by feminists, it isn't oppressive to a woman because a man may catcall you. It may be annoying, but it's not oppressive. You see, catcalling has to go under a broader scope of issues, like bullying or harassment. So why is catcalling worse than any other type of harassment men may receive? While men may or may not receive that specific type of harassment as often, you are going to have to argue why, specifically, catcalling is worse than, say, death threats. Or reporting sexual harassment as a man makes it less of an issue because, as a man, you are just supposed to like sex. So, every time a feminist brings up catcalling as a point of, well, women get it worse, undermines the experience every man has received under this category of harassment. But because it isn't called catcalling specifically, women get it worse. So, now who's oppressed? Now instead of narrowing down the specific nature of catcalling, we bring up specifically the broader issue of harassment. Men are now included in this oppression and no longer a gendered issue. But this ruins the victim narrative that feminism is all about. Women are oppressed, men are the oppressors. Then feminists argue that women are told that they are sluts or called whores and all manner of names, including bossy. Isn't this just insult slinging or just plain bullying? Now that we have found the root of what the problem actually is, are feminists now going to say that men don't get bullied or insulted? But because of this specificity of how these feminists complain, they want to exclude men from as many of the experiences women face so that they can press their victim narrative of women get it worse. But if we look at bullying statistics, when men face bullies, they usually get physically attacked, beaten, kicked, and women get called names that they don't like. And you wonder why men have almost zero sympathy and would, in a heartbeat, exchange places with you. Because words can be ignored, but you try and ignore a punch in the face or a kick in the groin. But really, as feminists, you are just going to name a specific type of bullying and harassment, so you can say, because men don't get this specific type of insult or harassment, women get it worse. That doesn't make sense. Now let's go back to the definition of oppression. If women are being oppressed because of these specific experiences women go through, wouldn't it, by definition, mean men are also oppressed? But when campaigns are put together to fight against these specific types of bullying and harassment, what is this actually doing? It is leaving out most of the male population saying, because you don't experience this specific type of bullying, you aren't oppressed. And feminism has the audacity to say that it's for equality. Look at it like this. There are both men and women that have issues. And as feminism continually fights for these women's issues, men's issues are remaining. They aren't balancing out like feminists think. When you solve one woman's issue, that doesn't solve the man's issue by default. That is a feminist fallacy to help resolve cognitive dissonance so that they can continue to believe that they are fighting for equality. Did the push for more women in education while not helping men at the same time help make college more equal in graduation rates and balance out equal scholarship opportunities? Actually, no. Because of feminism, there are now more scholarship opportunities for women to go to school than men, and because of this, women now outpopulate men in school as well as outgraduate men because of the help of women-specific programs men cannot be a part of. So what feminist campaigns are being started to help balance things out again? Oh, none. Because now women are dominating in college, and now the issue is a non-feminist issue. Women are not behind. The funny thing is there's still feminist campaigns pushing for more women scholarships and more women to go to school. And feminism isn't about female supremacy? By whose definition? Oh, that's right, the dictionary. And yet their actions show differently. Do we need to look at the definition of oppression again? The purpose of this is not to show that men get it worse than women. As I have said time and time again in my videos, I don't believe that. But I am showing that women are not the only ones that have it so difficult in life that gender really has nothing to do with oppression. There is no oppressed gender in the first world. Ladies and gentlemen, feminism, equality if you're a woman.